Hello gang, welcome back down to Boundless Bay. We are just sitting on the bridge that we put in last time out. I actually went ahead and fixed the bridge. It had a bit of a wobble through it, so I did straighten it out. It gave us a couple of pillars in the water, but it's not too bad. We've still got plenty of clearance. Okay, you're looking straight down at one of the keyway sections that I have put in so far. It's not by any means sort of finished. I kind of want to put some parkland stuff along the front of the foreshore there, the esplanade sort of section where I've put that keyway in. And straight off the bat this morning, I'm going to be keying up this other side here, the right hand side of the bank, where you can see it doesn't have anything. So I'll do that in a bit of a time lapse for us this morning. So that's what's going to happen there straight up. Then if we have a look, a nice little opening shot I thought. Then if we have a look, you can see I've only done to the bridge to bridge at the moment, because we have to get in the port. Basically, we have to flesh out how the port's going to look before I even extend any walls out here. And vice versa, I probably will only do bridge to bridge this morning. I might even go a little bit further past here, because I know I can do. But see, I still might carve out a little bit more trench or channel out this way yet. Unsure how we're going to do that, but so that's what we're going to do. We've got to sort out our passenger train, so today we're going to work on getting the line out. Hooked up right up the other end and getting the line back down this way into a freight yard slash back plugged into the bottom of there. So we've got a lot of work cut out for us today. I guess time lapse time now. We'll get this in now. I'm utilizing the classic wall that I always go to. It's this one here, the Besser block one. I've got it set to 40 and a height of 9, and it just drops down just a touch under that. Actually, I could drop it down now, and that I could run the same heights across both sides, couldn't I? That's an option, Ham. That is an option. So we'll place the first one in, and the funny thing about these sort of banks is they're not perfectly parallel, so you kind of have to play with the angle and the turning of it. You can see here, we have a bit of a shape that sort of rounds that way. Anyway, it's not to worry. It's called play the game for what it is, enjoy it, and do a bit of decoration. Now, what I try and do is I try and pick a spot where I want to put the wall, and then I'll use the editing tool, I'll use the terrain tool to sort of flatten it out, merge it out to that. Alright, so we just plump it in like that. Alright, so I think that's enough. You can see sort of what I'm doing there, and I'll follow kind of up and around that way. Then I'll get the leveling tool out and I'll clean all this up and yeah, enjoy the time lapse. Okay, gang. So we have a slight retaining wall in here now. We've got a little bit of rock face that's come up, and you can see I've started to do some paint work there. By no means is it finished. I'll just see if I can knock this back just a touch. But you start to get in a little bit of worry and a little bit of trouble because our walls here aren't exactly straight and they don't work on our grid. Remember last time out, we put this here on the actual grid that it was. You can see the shape of it in here. That is the grid to the actual map. When you start doing curved walls or sort of semi-curved walls and trying to get the terrain to manipulate to it, it can be a little bit tricky. But the good thing is it doesn't have to be perfect along the esplanade, because you literally just get things like trees and you can just plonk them in. Like we can have a section here where it's just all trees, you get what I mean, like that. Throw a few of those in and you get this sort of nice look. Now, the other thing is, there's a mod that I've got that I haven't actually got installed here, but I have got it. And it actually goes in this Ingos pack just here. It actually comes in here. And there's some extra trees and different styles and that. But there's some mangroves. There's a set of mangroves in there. And what I might do is I might get the mangroves mod and just start adding mangroves out and around under the bridges sort of areas. Maybe a couple of pieces along here and there, but just sort of under the tree, under the actual bridges, might just dress it up a little bit more. You can see over here I've really darkened up that side, but yeah, I think it's coming along okay. Like I said, all we have to do is basically you can literally just paint in some trees and be done with it, you know. Like we can get this one here, let's go like brush size like that potentially, and you just sort of just paint them along here, you know, and then you sort of you done again, and you get this sort of, yeah, it's rocky, but you get this sort of moldy look on the rocks as well, like the actual rocks and stuff have been washed there for years, and they, you know, they've got that moldy look. Now I probably don't know if I'll keep the trees along here like that, to be honest. I don't know if I like it, but at the same time I don't mind one side being majority trees. Now I did have to drop the actual level here, so I put in a fence. You can see I put the fence in just to sort of bring that height up, or give it just sort of a little bit of aspect there. I don't know if I don't mind trees. I don't think it makes it look a little bit more botanical gardenish. And look, we could probably do the same thing over here and just call it quits. I probably wouldn't need to do too much more if I just did that. And you sort of got a nice look there. Now I like that the AI has built some homes there. They might build a couple more along here just to fill it out a bit, but they have sort of chunked up my terrain level here, so they've kind of ruin that a little bit. I probably could, to fix it, you know, special dispensation to put a bit of extra rock wall on there, or retaining wall there, you know, just for this one block. But then it starts to look a bit funny, and then what if that place goes away or doesn't exist, or it rebuilds a smaller place in its spot, you know. So all these little things to take in consideration. Like I could put this here, I probably could. I don't know if I like it though. I don't know if it'll look very good. I think that'll look silly. I think we're better off just doing that. Someone just builds straight in their place. Have I got my little I don't even have it. We could just do this for a second. Could literally put a bit of track in here. Okay. I don't know why that's in my head. And then we'll put some trees over it like such. Beautiful. Hey, what train track? Take out those ones. Beautiful. You don't even know. You wouldn't even know that, but you can do something like that, you know. And we've got, all we've got in there is a hidden bit of train track that stops the AI building there. All right, we'll have to monitor it and see how it goes. But that's kind of our lined. Let's have a look from here. It's kind of our lined keyway through there. A little bit of moldy stuff there. I could probably repaint like the textures on here, but like I said, I'll probably get the stone there looks a little bit better, you know. I could probably get the mangroves and really flesh that out and make it look really good. I probably could set a little, I could probably two-step the wall as well, like I said, but just have a lower half of it. So if we get the collision off, maybe this time I would go something like that, just to give it a little bit of different texture. But I can probably come back and do this in my own time if I want to do that, and then you would typically just go something like this. Just to give it an offset, and you would do it at that second height there, so you would all of a sudden, it's a bad example on that wall, but I'll give it a go anyway. So like there, where's it going? Where's it going? Under there. Have I got you spun around the wrong way? Yeah, I need you spun that way. Okay. And then you can get like this nice, and it adds a bit of rather than just being a 2D flat wall, it adds a little bit of something different. So all of a sudden you get this really nice look like that, like a proper big solid keyway. Then we would run some fishing docks off it and stuff like that, which I can do later. But you get the idea of that, alright? So if you come back later and you see that I've done a little bit more of that, and I think that looks really good once you double line it and you get two different patterns, you get two different textures on there, and it just comes up really good. So that's something I'll probably look at doing later. Anyway, we'll crack on with what we're doing down here. I want to get this port fleshed out, because this port really is going to determine how I'm going to get, always with this. Okay, it's going to determine how we get the train track through here and around here, and how we get the freight station out the back. So I think the first things first, let's just put shipping in. So are we going to run passenger port? And if we do run passenger port, maybe we run a passenger port not right down to there, but we can run a passengers could, like, we could beach them or something. We could not beach them. Here, passengers, here's a bottle of water and some sunscreen. You've been beached, now find your way to modern civilization. No, I'm thinking more along the lines of maybe somewhere up here, like even in this corner here, a lot of space. We could probably put a little passenger wharf and jetty in there. Means I take out some of that. Or we just put it on this side of the bridge here and be done with it. So I was thinking more something like this. Just keeping it kind of simple with the passengers. We could take that whole road out and do something special down there. But knowing that we kind of leave more of the beachfront around out these areas, and this downtown area doesn't really have the beachfront. You have got the the passengers here, but we would get it. I mean, we would hook this up with the tram service, I think, when we get it done, so the trams could come along and pick up the passengers. Yeah. Do I want to put it in now? I kind of do, to be honest. Can I adjust this road here to be something different? Where is your square? So it is like that. Doesn't have to be crazy. I just had a thought what something might look really cool, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it here because I don't think we're quite high enough. Don't mind having the port slightly under the bridge either. I'll leave you there. That's a low road as it is, so I'm going to take that out. I feel like it should be higher. Give me that. I want to, so that's the angle that we work on there, like that. That's the angle of the dangle. But because of this, it's not going to go there. So we work on that angle. That is square. There. Alright, give me that for a sec. Let's just have a go at something here. Configure it. Do we want to be running any big ships down here? That's a good question. Well asked. Because if we do... Get rid of that for me. See, here's the thing. I kind of need you built off that way. That's how I want you to be. Yes. Yes, that makes me much happier. We probably don't want that too far out there either, do we? Okay, just give me something like this for a sec. That. Yes, because we don't want to come too far out past here. So maybe we could get what I want in there then. That still doesn't come out too far past there. And then can you do something with that? Can you get that under there or not? No, you don't want to go there because of the actual. Yeah, okay, I getcha. Yeah, you don't like the bridge. All right, I getcha. What about if I bring the road through there? We're on a road to nowhere. Do I want any more for any more? This is what I want. I kind of want to do something like this. Doesn't have to be perfect, but no, that's taking up too much space out here. I kind of just need something. Where can I get my landings? Can I get a big landing there? Okay. And I just need, well, why don't we just do this then? Bang, and then you got 2 small landings there and a big one. That's all you need. We don't need that much, I don't think. Doesn't have to be huge, doesn't have to be massive. Okay. Give me my terrain button. We'll just sort of fill this in a little bit around here. Get this working at the one height for me, please. Because I'll see if we can just drag this road through here a little bit better. Yeah, it would not be bad even if it sunk down just a little bit, hey, like that. Or we bring you past it. So you probably don't need to be that height then. Although it is quite... I'm amazed that the bridge actually allows it. That looks a little more elegant. Right, you can come. You are the coastal road, but you will come like that. Okay, that's brilliant. Actually, that's actually quite good. And then I can continue the wall through here and clean all this up with a lot of the wall. And I can also do some jetty stuff out the side here. Like, I'll be honest, it's probably going to look better if we had something like this down the side. Right? Yes, that's going to make it tougher for ships to get in there. Maybe we don't run like that then. What's the point at which you... Yeah, I would need you running like that. That's not too bad. Okay, yeah, we got kind of like a big boardwalk thing here now. I'll sort of leave that like that, I think. Is that something that I'm happy with? I might put some fake shops and you just got this nice big jetty boardwalk area, which actually I don't mind because it fences itself off really nicely around there as well. Yeah, I'm willing to take that. Is there one more thing you want to do? Like I can put one more landing here. Which is actually not a bad idea. Okay, I think we'll stick with that. It's got enough room for ships to get through here still, I think. Geez, they're going to be some low ships, are they not? It says there's clearance. It's now that I wish I had more mods on here and I actually had the fake ships so I could actually see the height for these ships. But if that's the height there, that's pretty tall. There's not many ships in the game that are going to be as tall as that we need to utilize for this, I don't think. So I think we'll be okay. It's pretty tall up. Let me just see 12 here for a sec. What size is 12? So it's The 12 is quite big, and I don't think there's going to be many ships that we use that. I think we'll be okay. All right, so we've spent enough time on that. It's a bit of a dog's breakfast, isn't it? Okay, so in the end, I changed things around. I just wasn't happy with any of it. I think I got something I'm a little bit more happy with and I can work with decoration-wise as well. And we've got this kind of nice, the large one here is kind of like the centerpiece. And then we've got this symmetrical yet asymmetrical look here where we've got these jetties. We actually have a landing just there and a landing over here. So one large and two small. And I think that's going to be good enough. I think that still leaves a channel here for the ships to get through. We've got plenty of channel here that we can clear out for the ships to get through there. And then I think we can get a lovely little connection hookup through these streets just here where the streets have no name. Okay, give me the smoothing gun. Smooth it on out. Alright, and then we can get this one here, buildings. Right. Now, do we want to make this a little bit of a feature in here? And if so, will I need to change the road? Well, I don't need to change the road up the way it is right there, do I? Like it actually all just fits, but it looks a little bit hogwash. Just plop it in and see what you get here for a second. What happens when you put that in? What does it actually do to everything? Nothing. It makes it look really good, actually. Well, that doesn't. No, that. Okay. I see the problem here. We can't have that there. So what we'll do is we'll make you 20 meters instead. We'll pop you over here. And we'll give you like... Oh, that's going to be too close. I was going to give it 2 ways in. 2 ways out. Configure this, yes, because what I want to do is put a passenger building on it just to give it a little bit of like, make it look like it's a thing. It's a thing, alright? It's a thing. Yeah. And of course, other, the AI will build up and around it, I'm hoping anyway. You think it would, considering that it's about to have. Yeah, that's fine there. That's that way in. And then that can be... Oh, I see the problem here. You're saying that the water is coming through there. That's what happens when you go lower than the actual water height. Sometimes you just got to be a little bit... I don't want that. What you do is you take that height and you play with the... you build a wall barrier out of the dirt and it just stops that a little bit. I'm hoping now that we can get our road to sort out problems there. Yes. Well, what I'm going for here is a bit more of a I want to turn off at that angle, so I can get that. You've got a nice big steep section there. What happens if you do that? That's okay. It's a busway anyway, so it's fine. Alright, it's pretty crazy looking system, but it means the buses have a smarter turn in there and a nice curve up into there and vice versa. That way we can do some decoration stuff up and around here as well and get things looking really nice. Okay, just smooth that off for me as well. Alright, so that's our sort of passenger port section there. I think that'll be okay. But what we haven't done is this. We needed to do it just to get the actual passenger section out of the way, so I could just focus this end on being purely freight, cargo, that kind of thing. Now it makes no difference, this is only a rough square that I've put in here, so if you're doing this, don't be afraid. You don't have to get your square perfect and go, oh, what are my measurements for this, because you can play around with it. I always put it in with the effect that I'll move things as I need them. Is that square there? I think you need to get the corner. No, we're slightly out. We've got to go like that. That is hard to tell if it's square. I need to sort of... No, we're too far that way. That's it right there. Okay, so then we get that. We know our heights. Brilliant. don't worry about the level of the land yet. We now go to configure this. I will drop it to negative so I can see the actual what I'm doing here. We're going to use the big boppers and we're going to line this lovely big square we've got. But like I said, you don't worry about what size does the actual surrounding square is at the moment, because that is neither here nor there. I need you to go that way. No, and then I need you to go there. And you need to come out. And you need to go in there. Brilliant. Okay. That's how you get your that's how you get a nice. Well, actually, you know what we should have done here? That was wrong again. That can go, that can go. Right, once you get your footing in, so that's where we're coming to, down there. I'm gonna line it all the way down here. Are we gonna have it come out a little bit further? Yeah, I am, because the the retaining wall from the bridge can come straight to that corner, and that's brilliant. And then we're gonna keep this fairly simple today. This port, we're gonna keep it fairly horseshoe and simple. Do I want anything out in the middle here? You know, I generally, you know, I do like to put floating sections in the causeways. I don't know if I'll do the same here. We've got no reason why we couldn't actually, don't we? We could actually have that in there as an actual floating island one with a causeway out to it. How would you run that then, Ham? Well, I'd get rid of that one. And I'd get rid of that one. And then that way I can run my land out in the middle here, and I can have ships come in and land anywhere they want. We could have like something sort of cool set up here. I could have run that as a passenger one as well. I could run the passengers down here, but I still like the fact that we put a bit of a passenger one up here. And I can dress it all up with the retaining walls and stuff like that. I'll even probably retain that back to there and just dress all that up in there as well. And then you can see it start to take shape, especially with these canalways here. Just the shape you start to get, you can actually really get a nice looking town built each side of it. So yeah, I think what we'll do here is we will raise this up. We'll get our little leveling baton here and just fill this in as we need it. Like so. I still feel like it could be a touch higher. We'll see how that goes. Basically we do this, and then I'd have to retain this little middle part section in here as well. We get a nice little square on there, and then bang, all you do is we can get a road that goes bish bash bosh straight into here. So what it will end up doing for this port specifically is the ships will come in one way and come out one way. They won't come in and around both ways, which is fine. It's totally fine. That doesn't like that, does it? What if you do something like that? Or if we do that, you might have to give it a slight little... You know, that's not bad. It's actually quite nice. Yeah. Something like that. It may get a change up, it may not, but you get what I mean, right? I'll figure that out. I'll figure this out in a section. We sort of need to get this up and running here. Okay, so all that needs to be chewed back. Chew that back. Otherwise you can't get your landings on. Let's get our height level, hey? So that's kind of the height we're going to be working at down here as well, which is okay because it then comes into line with this road we've got here. And then the road can sort of fit. Well, I might just fix that road up a little bit, but for the moment that's okay. You can be lower than the roundabout. I'll sink this all down actually, because this is actually going to be the port down here. Now, what does it mean for our rail track? Well, funnily enough, if we try and reposition a couple of things around here, we might be able to sneak the train underneath the roundabout. We live underneath the roundabout. Okay, let's get all this sorted out nice and flat through here. Using a lot of our money for landscaping, but that's okay. That'll be done. We're making enough. Right, how are we thinking there? Pretty good. Make sure we don't have any sandbanks pushing in too close to our landing zones where we're about to feed the ships onto here. Now, I do want a couple of spots where we can have some smaller ships put in. So you know what, actually, having them land out in this middle section here might be a good reason to have this middle section. It's for the smaller ships. If I take, I don't want to do that. If I take one of these out of here, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Then give me a cargo building. Brilliant. Do I need any more? I don't need any more cargo buildings. I want to have a section for truck stops. Okay. This is I may as well just, well, I might remove the bridge here shortly, but for the moment what I'll do is I'll pop this in here like that. That's our connection. Yeah, I'll redo this bridge, hang on. It's going to be in the way just like that. Right, let me get a truck stop in here. Please fit in. Oh, damn it, we're just a little tight. Well, you can get the one in. The one's not too bad, is it? You get a 30-meter one in then? Like you can. If I move this out, I don't really want to move it out further though, do I? Does it matter though? I guess it doesn't matter, does it? Okay, it turned out to be a little bit more nightmarish. I bugged it out and I was trying to put in landings and stuff, and then I was trying to put in the cargo buildings and the cargo buildings weren't working. It was all saying outside of navigable waters, so I had to delete the whole thing and redo it, but there we go, it's done now. We've even got landings around here. We've got a heap of small ones in here. I've actually got a little bit more room down here to work with, a few more decorations and stuff now, so that'll be really nice. I've got the road in and around, so we've got a little causeway. We've got the road that circumnavigates there. I haven't hooked it up with the roundabout here yet because we've got to figure out now how we're going to run the rail through and how we're going to run a freight station at the back here. Whether or not we run on the same level here, I don't know. It's going to be a tougher one to sort of figure out. We either have to drop the level right down or we reconstitute the land back to this height over here. We bring the freight station above, which will give us a better clearance over this, which is, so it's not a bad idea if we actually have maybe some of the ports sunken down, so we can do this kind of man-made carve-out section here. Once again, sort of retained. I'm just trying to give myself a little bit of barrier here, like so. This was always going to be a big project, getting this town ready for how I wanted it to look down here, and I don't mind taking a few episodes to do this. We're still not going to be complete this episode, so if you had high hopes of seeing how this was going to work today, I apologise, but it's probably not going to be till next episode or the episode after, to be honest, if I'm going to be brutally honest about any of it. So that's kind of like the cutout that we would have for down here. Obviously, we would cut this beach back that way because you wouldn't typically have the beach at the same height as the cliff face there, and then you can just sort of smooth this out a little bit for us. Okay, take a bit of beach back, but you get that kind of look there, which means then we sort of get our freight station in here like this, and I kind of want typically the high speed will go 320, we'll go like 4 because I think that's all we need for the moment. And then we go something like this. Now we do have a farm up here. I do want to get that farm and decorate it a little bit more as well. Having the train track down lower would have meant that we could probably sneak the train under the roundabout, but I don't think that's going to work, to be honest. So if we have this typically, say we have that there, it's not directly going to talk with our train station down here. We've got a bit of texture over the top there. The other thing you have to get is your thingies down here. I might need to move the roads to get the look I want, which I do, which is fine because we've got this kind of road. None of the roads are connected directly to the actual cargo section. I was leaving that for these mostly, so we're going to have one there. I might just redo this road too. We're going to have one here. We're going to go, these are our only truck connection points down here like this, right? So that's how that's going to go. I am going to run town road just here. Will you go into there? Not well. You might come out that way though, which means you can get, that's a little bit better of a hookup. That's not too bad. I can accept that. And then what we do now is we run you down to there. And you can probably still come back here. Like so. Right, and then you've got your little truck stops just in here. They could probably be country road though. Yeah, definitely. They definitely could be that. Alright, truck stops in and out. That's brilliant. You're not going to get too many buildings squeezed in there, but we would then typically, you know, just to give you an idea, we would paint this up. Like that, right? And you start putting buildings in, assets, all that sort of stuff, and it starts to look good. But I think this here is the landing site for our train station, which is fine because we're going to have rail come through this way as well. It's just how the heck are we going to get it out of here? Well, we could do this actually. So tracks wise, we could exactly go like this. Give me catenary. Although you don't typically want to maybe put the track out and put the rail in after. Maybe move the roundabout. Not my good roundabout. Yeah, the roundabout's probably in a really bad spot there. Or the train station is. Either or. Get rid of it. Get rid of this road section just here. Because if we can... Having road right around the rail though is... I mean roundabout right around the rail is kind of a bit annoying. That's what I'm thinking. Does that look like it's different? No, it's okay there. It's not really fantastic though, is it? Is it going to be just like a bit of a bypass track? 100% it's going to be. Or I might figure something else out later for it, but that's sort of what I'm thinking. Then we'd have to go back, get our road, get this one, get the large one. Give me that. Try and get that through there. That works. Like, it does work. It does work. I don't know whether you would too. Well, too bad. Too bad. For the moment, that's how we're going to run that. And that can all get filled in there. Leaving that section down there not to be filled in. Okay. This here, I figured out what we're going to do here. We're actually going to take this back. And take it back to there. Are you straight ahead there? Yeah, you're still straight ahead. Brilliant. So give me the track. This here, I wanted to do this. Here's the trouble. What I'm trying to do, I might need to just do this for a second, which is gonna that car's like, oh man, where do I go now? You just stay there, friendo. Okay, here's what we do here. To get the look I want through here. He's got the looks. And he goes la da 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 da. He's got the look. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I don't know why I got. Is that Roxette? Someone can tell me in the comment section down below. Is that what I was just singing? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to keep it all at one height, right? So this is what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to keep it all one height. But I need you to start bridging there, champ. So to get what I want, I might need to lower the ground down. I sort of take out a big chunk of the ground, I might be able to get the bridge I want here. Okay. Should we be switching bridges here? I think we should. Once we step off here, I think we should switch bridge. Yeah, you'd have to go to something like viaduct, which is going to be no good. I really need more bridge assets, don't I? That's no good. You'd have to go something like that. And if that's the case, why wouldn't you run that all the way through? Yeah, this thing just is too low, but I'll do it because I might have to change the roundabout. Unless I get a new bridge mod, which I might do that too. I think there. Brilliant. Okay, now, see if we can get this rail. We just put a little bridge in there. That's all. We bridge it. Get these on first. Okay, get this track over first before I worry about that road. Yeah, because we've had to move it. So we can get bridge. Bridge is fine. However, if I switch to this bridge, it's... Ooh, is it too low? You know what? We'll find out when a couple of cars... Let's hit the play button. When a couple of cars try and drive over that, let's find out that way. In the meantime, let's get everything hooked back up like this. Come on, game. Just nice and steady as you come around there. That's pretty good. Really hug that for me and then plug into there. Brilliant. Then you can probably plug in tighter down here now. This side. Which allows us to get this road in here. Okay. That's super nice coming through there. I like that. I think this bridge will be too low. We might have to switch it out. But for the moment, that's how it's going to look. Okay. Now I know I'm aware we've got single track coming out of here. It's only going to be single track coming out of here. Next is you've got to do the same thing basically. The difference with this is we're running completely different heights. So either way, that's the hiccup. That's the first chunk out of there. Do you want to run that rail there as bridge then? Let's see if I can get it there as bridge. Oh no, No, we can't. Bridge pillar collision. We might need to leave it as land. Okay, just leave it at land. Don't upset the apple cart too much. But what I will do, give me back that. I'll take a little bit of a plateau area here. I'll just sort of constitute it. I'll not constitute, but I'll just sort of smooth it out and get a nice sort of smooth area through there. I don't mind a bit of undulation, a bit of hill through there. And same with all that. That can be smoothed out through there now, like that. Okay. We'll get that sort of fixed up anyway as we go forward through there. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Okay. That is our lot for today, gang. Starting to take shape. We are starting to take shape. We're going to need to get this track around here. The passenger line through here, still I might move this roundabout. Even if we just draw it down in line that way, roundabout there, gives us a little bit more road to play with and a little bit more line execution to play with through here. It's not bad at the moment though. It's not too bad. I don't mind it. It's not too bad, so it may stay the same. But I think you can really start to see a nice sort of shape with the town itself, like I was saying. And our train line out here across that bridge around, that's going to look really good, I think, coming in and out of the town itself. All right, gang, so that is that for today. Track right along. Let's we've been paused. We've been paused on and off today. Let's do oh, it's just heading up there now. Is it? Hang on. No, it's not that train. I think we'll get Mount Passage. Yes. Where are you, buddy? You're heading up there. So let's I was going to take the freight one, was I not? Yeah, I do want to take the freight one. Where's our freight one? Oh, brilliant. Let's go on this now. Gang, enjoy the track ride along today. It was a bit wobbly through. I still need to fix all that up. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next episode. We'll keep cracking on with Masterton though. It's going to be, I think it'll look good once it's all done. It's a work in progress. It's going to take a while. A lot of fiddling stuff today just to get a few things done, especially with the port. Sometimes you really got to sort of, yeah, sometimes the port bugs out a little bit. I've had it happen a couple of times. You just have to delete and restart. But luckily you can kind of just keep sort of moving stuff around with the ports, which is really good to get the kind of look you want. So it is quite good there. Okay, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen. And I'll see you guys very soon for another bout of Transport Fever 2. Get out of here.